And we are back here on Coventry United TV with Liam Cook for the second half of this Midland Football League Cup match, as Coventry are immediately on the attack in the second half. In the penalty area, Johan Samas across the face of goal, and look at that! Look at that! Warren Decory stabs it into the roof of the net. The cross from Benjamin Braco Hapaya, and the red and greens, after just 30 seconds of second half play, have made it 4-1. Goal for the red and greens, scored by number 9, Warren Decory. Well, you can't get a better start than that. Less than a minute into the second half, Coventry United lead by 4 goals to 1. This is becoming a rather enjoyable evening for Terry Anson and his management team. It started off in tense fashion with the Red and Greens falling behind on 15 minutes. But since then, United have took control, and they now control the scoreline. Bolehall immediately look to get one back down the right hand side. Payne will chase it, and it was a painless task for Chris Cox, shepherding the ball out of play. Bunn with a rather quick goal kick, and too quick, but Socket with a hopeful lob towards the net sends it to the left of the post. Here's Gift Musa. Launches it towards the Bolehall half. It was nodded down by the Swifts number 2, Malik. The Red and Greens have it back. Rolled to the right by Musa with Liam Kennedy. First time pass to Kyle Barnett. Bunn curls it to the left-hand side. It's Johan Samas up the left flank. Cox receives it from the youngster Luke Jones, who's already scored twice today. It's the back of Hendrick's head. Back to the goalkeeper. Ryan Lewis picks it up from George Smith. Lewis sticks his latest through it. Cox wins the header. Chested up by Hollingsworth. Hassled and harried by Benjamin Braco. And it allows United onto it. It's Warren Decory in the penalty area, receiving it from Jones. Dispossessed in the box by Sam Wilson. A shove there by Decory on Hollingsworth. Referee doesn't pick up on it. Malik. Max Med looking to hold off Gift Musa. Musa with strength aplenty to retrieve possession side to side with Max Med. And that allows Hendricks to get going. Braco. Musa maybe sizing up the shot himself. He'll thread it through for Warren Decory. Musa was tripped. And a free kick to Coventry United as Ronnie Hendricks shot it straight into the ground. It looks like there's going to be a change here for Bolehall Swifts. And it's Hollingsworth who is on the ground. So Coventry United free kick will follow. Substitution for Bolehall Swifts. Leaving the field, number 7, Stephen Hollingsworth, replaced by number 14, Louis O'Connor. So an injury brings an end to Stephen Hollingsworth's match. There's a chance for Louis O'Connor to make an impact from the bench. He's already got 1 goal to his name as young Luke Jones. Can he find another with this free kick? many players who score hat-tricks on their debuts. Wayne Rooney comes to mind against Fenerbahce in 2005, but he's found Liam Kennedy! That's 5 for the Red and Greens, and Kennedy's happy with that one. Jones turning provider. Tried and tested set-piece routine, rolling it through a sea of red and blue, and Liam Kennedy swipes in and sends it into the back of the net. Coventry United 5, Bolehall Swifts 1. Goal for the Red and Green, scored by number 2, Liam Kennedy. Two goals in the opening 5 minutes in the second half as the goalkeeper Lewis is closed down by Warren Decory. Bounces off the arm there of Jones, referee hasn't picked up on it. Musa looks for the aerial ball, it will be picked up on the right hand side, Decory's in there. And Hendricks trying to pull it back for Braco. It wasn't quite the move that United would have envisaged. The pass was picked up by the defender, and now Bolehall, who you would safely say probably heading out, as Coventry are preparing their only outfield change, with Emmanuel Kofi Gundat getting ready to come on. The number 11 is on the substitutes board. That would indicate that coming off would be Benjamin Braco Hayapa. Warren Decory with his hands all over the back, and Michael Payne, and that's a free kick to Bolehall. Sam Wilson floated in. Brendan Byrne brings it down. Byrne places it down and boots it away. Braco shields the ball from Suckett. Musa. Samas calls for it on the left. It's rolled to Samas. Closed down by Maxmed. Gift Musa. Spots a teammate on the right-hand side. That teammate is Ronnie Hendricks. Started sprinting without the ball at his feet. He's backtracked and got the ball now. Benjamin Braco Hayapa could be his final action before being taken off. What a way to cap off this match this would be for Braco, and it's well held at the near post by Ryan Lewis. And there's going to be another change here for Bolehall Swifts, with Ashley Prescott coming on, as Emmanuel Kofi Gundat also prepares for Coventry United. Changes are plenty in the opening 10 minutes of this second half. United have already scored twice through Liam Kennedy and Warren Decory after the half-time break. Whatever Terry Anderson said has worked wonders for this young red and green side, and they're at it again with Jones heading down the left. He'll surely be a more permanent fixture in the first team over the coming weeks. Here's Gift Musa. Switches the play. Here's Liam Kennedy, scorer of the 5th goal. Bit of a stumble, but he'll get the ball into the box. Cannons off the leg of George Smith. Here's Louis O'Connor. Run being made down the right by Dunleavy, and flicked out of play by Johan Samas, and the change is ready to be made for Bolehall. Substitution for Bolehall Swifts, leaving the field, number 8, Eunice Maxmed. His replacement, number 12, Ashley Prescott. Substitution for Coventry United, leaving the field, number 11, Benjamin Braco Hayapa. His replacement, number 12, Emmanuel Kofi Gundat. So the 2 changes confirmed, one for Bolehall, with Eunice Maxmed coming off, replaced by Ashley Prescott for Coventry United. It's the end of the day for their number 11, Benjamin Braco Hayapa, and he's replaced by Emmanuel Kofi Gundat. Jones forces Malik out of play. It is a Bolehall throw. O'Neill to cut in from the right and held off by Johan Samas. Cox looking for Gundat. Look at a bit of a high boot there from Chris Sockett. Luckily he didn't connect with Gundat's head. Hendricks was one-on-one there with Ashley Prescott, launches it forward to the race against time between the goalkeeper and Gundat. He's past the goalkeeper, tries to cut in and looking for the invisible man in the penalty area. Decided to stick it into the box without looking, didn't feel he had the time. United, for a second time, attempt to find their way into the danger zone, but can't do it. Aaron O'Neill forces down Gift Musa, free kick to the red and greens on the left-hand side of their own penalty area. Going in from behind and forcing Musa down. Bolehall have got just the one change left, and it will either be Ryan Stapleton-Williams or Troy Wellen coming on. No sign of any further changes for Bolehall just yet. Of course, United don't have any more outfield players on the bench. They can bring on Brad Caswell if need be, so if they do get an injury, they'll have to put Caswell in midfield or something. On the move now, Coventry United. Emmanuel Kofi Gundat receives it from Musa! Destination bottom corner, and Emmanuel Kofi Gundat with a Shaquille McDonald style backflip. It's a finish that Shaq would have been proud of. From the bench to the score sheet in 3 minutes, Coventry United have hit a super six. And it's Emmanuel Kofi Gundat getting in on the fun. Goal for the red and green, scored by number 12, Emmanuel Kofi Gundat. And it looks like there's going to be another change here for Bolehall Swifts. It's going to have to wait, but coming on is Ryan Stapleton-Williams, the third and final change of Bolehall. It's probably going to be the final switch we see during today's game, unless there's an injury or a red card for Brendan Bunn. It's highly unlikely we're going to see two goalkeepers on the pitch at the same time. I don't think the rules even allow for that. Although we have seen a sort of situation in the Premier League before in 2006 when David James was playing in goal. He was put up front as a striker and they brought on Nicky Weaver for the final few minutes, and let's just say that didn't work out particularly well. The United's one in front, and we've only had 13 second half minutes. United's class starting the show is maybe a young red and greens team, but they wouldn't be in the team if they weren't good enough, these kids. And of course the majority of these players have made first team appearances. You've got first team regulars like Luke Downs and Gift Musa in there. Jones spots Samas in space. Decory at the far post. It's headed out as far as Luke Downs. Decory nods it down. Downs again, receives it from Hendricks. Floats it to the right, Liam Kennedy. And it bounces to the near post. And gathered easily by Lewis. O'Connor. Punted upfield. Goes Chris Cox with the header. And Cox looks to thread it down the right. Emmanuel Kofi Gundat's already got one goal to his name. He'll have to work hard to get in from here. You'll find Hendricks. Hendricks tries his luck. It was fumbled by Lewis, but he's claimed it now. Well, everything else has come up for Coventry United. That may as well have gone in. Hendricks deciding, you know what, I'll give it a go. Cox wins a header from the kick from Lewis. Give Musa in the centre circle. Here's Ronnie Hendricks. And you have complacency now in the heads of Bolehall Swifts as United are invited to attack again. Hendricks, it bounces across the face of goal. May not be over there as Jones tries in vain to take the ball back from Malik. Bolehall looking to solidify themselves and find a second goal. Hopes of a comeback are very far away, and they're even further now thanks to Chris Cox shuffling the ball out of play. And there is going to be a final change of Bolehall. Substitution for Bolehall Swifts, leaving the field, number 9, Luke Tyler. His replacement, number 15, Ryan Stapleton Williams. That is Bolehall's final change of the match. We have had 15 second half minutes, so half an hour to go here on Coventry United TV with Liam Cook. Current score, Coventry United 6, Bolehall Swifts 1. Chances are we're going to be going for a goals-only highlights package. Usually when we go over 6 goals, it's going to be in the highlights. We'll see how we go. But the highlights of today's match will be available on YouTube tomorrow. That's youtube.com/Coventry United TV. Bolehall could restore some pride here with Michael Payne cutting in from the left-hand side. Prescott wants it, Prescott gets it, sends it straight into the hands of Brendan Byrne on his knees. Since scoring that opening goal in the 15th minute, Bolehall's charge really ended there. Dan's going straight down the centre, the keeper's off his line. Will that go in from Gundat? No, it won't. The substitute has got the taste for goal. Ryan Lewis surging off his line, Jones and Gundat chasing the ball. Gundat got there first, decided to play it straight through the keeper rather than try and loft it over him, but it skews towards the left of Lewis's nets, and the Bolehall keeper is relieved to see that goal number 7 is not forthcoming just yet. Bolehall counter comes to nothing. Hendricks looking for the through ball to a free Gundat, but it was blocked off by Suckett. Decory shields the ball from Smith. And Decory spots Gundat. Out comes Lewis again off his line. Dives down to Gundat! And the referee is, I think he's given advantage. And now he's given the offside. Well, Emmanuel Kofi Gundat got to the ball first. Out came Ryan Lewis, dived down to the feet of Gundat, clipped the legs of the United substitute. The referee seemed to indicate that there was an advantage for Coventry United as Gundat had retained the ball. It was sent back into the area but curled past the post. I dare say United would have preferred the penalty. And it has now been called back for an offside. And United are 5 goals in front. If it was at 0-0, you could bet your bottom dollar that Terry Anderson would be on that pitch screaming in the ref's face, getting the hairdryer treatment. But alas, it's not happening today because United are in a slightly more comfortable position than they've been used to as of late. Wilson finds Malik. Stapleton Williams, his first meaningful passage of play in the game since coming on as a substitute. And the attempted cross by O'Neill hits Jones in the face. And it's had a play for the throw. O'Neill. O'Connor turns away from Jones. Sent in from the right. Payne tries to retrieve as it bounces towards the corner flag. A few step overs to weave his way around Kennedy. But there's Kennedy side footing it past Suckett. And there's Emmanuel Kofi Gundat. United on the counter. They did have 3 against 2, but Bolehall have caught up now. And Jones was trying to curl one around the defence into the feet of Gundat. Didn't quite get the curl on it. But it has been a fantastic match for Luke Jones. 2 goals in his Coventry United debut. Warren Decory too has been incredible. Emmanuel Kofi Gundat, who is no stranger to the first team. It's the first time he's come on for a while. Free kick against Coventry United. Luke Jones, too enforceable, trying to retrieve the ball from Louis O'Connor. The next time we are on air here on Coventry United TV comes on Saturday, live from Alpay Park in Hereford. Westfields versus Coventry United in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. We are live from 5 to 3 on Saturday afternoon, and of course you can get live commentary and highlights exclusive to Coventry United TV. There is no ladies action next week. The Red and Green girls have a 3-week break. Yes, you heard me right, 3 weeks. The 11th of November they're back in action against QPR. So, I don't know what we're going to do with our Sundays, I really don't. Here's Kyle Barnett. 25 minutes to go. Coventry United 6. Bolehall Swifts 1, the current score. Hendricks fancies a go. Not quite with the same conviction as we've seen in the second half. A bit of news to tell you about from the Coventry United ladies. If you didn't see this afternoon, Coventry United ladies will face Chichester City in the FA Women's National League Cup. That's on Sunday, the 9th of December at Oaklands Park. So a trip down south for the Red and Green girls. United, of course, did beat Chichester 2-1 in the league a couple of months ago. Sableton Williams finds his way into the danger zone, holds off the ball from Bennett, looking for an option on the left-hand side. His pass was in vain, collected by Hendricks. Now Kyle Barnett. We've seen one of those mad runs pay off this season. Winner of the last goal of the month, of course. He received his golden boot on Saturday. So his run doesn't quite find him in the penalty area. Downs his lofted ball towards Gunn. That was cut out with the head of Smith. Malik sprints away from Jones. Looks for O'Neill, but it's a good interception by Johan Samas. And United just playing with Bolehall at the moment. A lunge in from the substitute for Bolehall Swifts. Doesn't stop Gundat. Plays a 1-2 with Warren Decore. He's at it again. It's a double for Emmanuel Kofi Gundat. And look at that. Gift Musa gets in on the act with a little handstand. The celebrations are as spectacular as the Coventry United performance. A young Coventry United side, but an effective Coventry United side. The future is bright. The future is red and green. Coventry United 7, Bolehall Swifts 1. 7th goal for the red and green, scored by number 12, Emmanuel Kofi Gundat. So it is now Coventry United 7, Bolehall Swifts 1. Emmanuel Kofi Gundat playing a 1-2 in the penalty area with Warren Decore and just calmly placing it into the bottom corner. A textbook performance from the Red and Greens this afternoon. Or this evening, I should say. The floodlights are on. That should tell me that it's the evening. By the way, Roy Eden, what have you done? You miss a match, and it has got to be one of the most brilliant matches that United have played all season. 7-1, mate. What the hell are you playing at? Get yourself to LP Park on Saturday, all right? And also, I think that the fans have been saying that they want me to stay on the stadium and out, say maybe out of the job as well. No, I'm joking. You're back on the microphone next week. I'm not doing this full time. So, if you're wondering why I've been talking to myself and it sounds a little bit loud after goals, it's because I'm acting as not only as the cameraman, the commentator, the editor, resident village idiot, I'm also the stadium announcer today as Roy is enjoying a well-earned weekend off. As Bolehall again looked to launch one from the back and it ends up out of play for the goal kick. Highlights of tonight's match will be online tomorrow morning. Again, it's probably likely that we are going to go for goals only. If you want to see all the goals, they will be online tomorrow morning. YouTube.com/Coventry United TV is the place to find all of your Coventry United highlights and interviews. We'll try and get a word with Terry Anderson too after today's match. Kennedy looking for Gundat. It's picked out by Smith. Suckett. Now Lewis had a torrid day between the sticks. Downs. Turns away. The number 14, the substitute for Bolehall, that being Louis O'Connor. It's back in the defence now with Liam Kennedy. Barnett. Down spins clear of Ashley Prescott. Samas receives the lofted ball to the left, now takes on that blue wall in front of the Bolehall penalty area. It's been penetrating quite a few times today. Warren Decory looks to make it an 8th goal, but he won't find his way past the centre-back George Smith. Barnett tries his best to dispossess Stapleton Williams with a substitute, sprints clear of the United centre-back. Halts his run and plays to the right with Louis O'Connor. Switch of the play, beautifully weighted. Payne, and a perfect side challenge by Chris Cox to send it out for a corner. And Cox, I think, has hurt his back. Well, that will not be good news for Coventry United, as A, they've only got a goalkeeper in Brad Caswell on the bench, and B, we're taking Coxey from Stafford. He's on a two-way deal, and it looks like he's going to come back in 2 pieces. Well, the physio Dan White called over. I'm not quite sure how he's hurt himself there. It was a perfectly executed slide challenge. Maybe he landed a little bit, a little hard. Didn't seem as if there was anything wrong in that challenge. It looked like it was a typical Coxey slide. Could we well see Brad Caswell at centre-back? What would you do? Would they go to 10 men, or would they bring Caswell on? Well, the way it's going, they may as well bring Caswell on, see if he can get a goal. And that's it, yeah, the change is going to be made, and Brad Caswell, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Brad Caswell's got to come on as an outfield player. Chris Cox is coming off. It's a shame to see his game end. The referee is being called over. And in fact, it's going to be Brendan Bunn who is going outfield, and Brad Caswell who's going to go outfield, I believe. And the referee is agreeing to the change. So Brad Caswell, I believe, is going to go in goal. And there's going to be a bit of a kit change here as the two play. Well, I've heard of changing shirts, but changing shorts. Avert thine eyes, children. You don't want to see this, believe me. The two players are changing shorts and changing shirts. They couldn't have gone back to the dressing room to do this. They're doing it in front of about 100 people at the Butts Park Arena. But Brad Caswell's going to come on. He's going to go in goal. Brendan Bunn's going to go into defence, I believe, and Chris Cox has been taken off injured. Substitution for Coventry United, leaving the field, number 6, Chris Cox. His replacement, number 13, Brad Caswell, and now wearing the number 17, Brendan Bunn. So the change confirmed as Caswell takes his place between the 6. Right, we've seen Caswell between the 6. We haven't seen him in the box when he's unable to handle the ball. So this is going to be interesting. Floated in, and Caswell's first actions are to send that for a corner. He thought he'd kept it in, it cannoned off his chest. But it'll be another corner. Connor's corner. And Stapleton thought he'd got himself a goal, but it was stopped right on the line by Caswell. And there's another Coventry United injury as Liam Kennedy, I think, has hit the post. And Kennedy is down and out on the floor, holding his leg in some discomfort. United are playing on. Barnett flows it to the left. Well, United may well be down to 10 players now anyway, as Gunnat finds his way into the box, and a belated stumble. He probably could have stayed on his feet there, Emmanuel Kofi Gunnat. But he has got the free kick, and now Kennedy has been able to roll off the pitch as the referee is now going to check on the United right back. It looked to me as if when the corner was taken, Stapleton sent it towards the net. Castle it down to save. I think Kennedy has collided with the post. I believe that's what's happened. Kennedy looks in some pretty great discomfort. And that is likely going to be the end of Liam Kennedy's game. I don't think Magic Spray is going to cover this one. Well, Terry Hansen does not seem too happy with Alan Howe offering his services on the pitch. He's already told me that I'm not going in goal, so I don't think Alan's got a cat in hell's chance of getting in. Well, Kennedy is receiving treatment. United will not want to go down to 10 players, but if they do, then it's... well, there's not really much they can do about it. They've made both changes. They've even brought on a goalkeeper outfield, so United have done everything they can to keep 11 players on the field, but it just looks like that's it. In fact, is he coming back on? Is Liam Kennedy coming back on? He's back on his feet at least. Free kick sent in. In fact, no, I think that's it. As the free kick is given. I'm not too sure whether Kennedy's coming on or not. It looks like well, he's running up and down the touchline. Now, see, he's coming back on. Kennedy is coming back on. Motions to the referee that he's okay to come back. It's a quick turnaround from Kennedy. And the referee says, okay, come back on. United are back to full strength. It's a good job as well. I think the groundsman would have been the next to come on. So with 13 minutes of normal time to go, it remains Coventry United 7, Bolehall Swifts 1. 2 goals for Emmanuel Kofi Gundat, 2 goals for Luke Jones, 2 goals for Warren Decory, and 1 for Liam Kennedy. Still plenty of time for more. United's place in the next round is virtually sealed. Of course, you can't say that it's 100% certain until the final whistle blows. Anything can happen, however unlikely. Bolehall is still in this match, so you can't say that they are out. But United seem set to head into the next chapter of this competition. But Bolehall will look to end this match with some spirit, as Payne has the ball on the right hand side of the penalty area. Downline to Aaron O'Neill, goes for a goal in. It's not a disgraceful effort by any means by O'Neill, but it's a comfortable catch at the near post for Brad Caswell. Musa drives it to the left. Jones making the run, can't take it around Malik. We've got 3 players on hat-tricks now. The question is, who, if either of those 3 players, is going to get the hat-trick? Who's taking the match ball home? The most important thing, of course, is the victory. United do have that in hand for the time being. Sableton Williams, his path to the penalty area blocked off, and that's with Malik. Jones had hold of Malik's arm and then slid in, but he has got the ball, and it's out of play for the throw. Jones with the interception, and now it's Warren Decory. Gundat's offside. That's the only thing you can say against the youngsters at the moment. Just thinking about that pass. Just taking a look at the positioning of the players before letting the ball go. Well, of course, we've got a much better view up here, myself and Keith. The match reporter, we both knew it was offside. And of course, down on that pitch, it's a very different view. Sometimes you just got to take that step back, take that second to breathe, think about the decision as Sableton Williams stabs one towards the net. It's off the chest of Caswell and wasting a little bit of time in picking up that ball. We're back underway though as it's thrown to Johan Samas. At the intended target, it's one in the air by Socket, only as far as the feet of Warren Decory. That's onside now for Emmanuel Kofi Gundat. Past the defender. Is this the hat-trick? He's brought down the edge of the area by Sam Wilson. Referee says no foul, but the turn and strike by Hendricks. And it's a brilliant save with the left hand of Ryan Lewis. He's had a tough day today as Lewis, but he is far from done. Stapleton Williams as Bolehall begin the counter down the right flank. O'Neill cuts into the centre. Here's the number 14, Louis O'Connor. Sandwich between Jones and Musa, who's never going to win that battle. Here comes Johan Samas. Surging run from the left back. And the right back, Malik, has just clipped the heel of Samas. And a free kick is given, a soft free kick, but a free kick nonetheless. 10 minutes to go. We'll be naming our CUTV man of the match in 5 minutes' time. Let us know on Twitter at Coventry United TV who you think it should be. Here's Brendan Bunn. Looking to find Warren Decory in there. I think Bunn's goal kicks are better than his crosses, but he gave it a good go there. It wasn't too bad. Certainly better than that pass from Prescott. Liam Kennedy on the ball. United taking their time in no rush. They have less than 10 minutes to go. Kennedy's fan club just in front of us urging him to push on. And he's got the throw. So it is Liam Kennedy with the throw. Plays a 1-2 with Hendricks. It bounces through the legs of young Liam Kennedy for a Bolehall throw. It's been far from disgraceful for Bolehall. They have had their moments, but Coventry United have simply been too strong today. An impressive performance from a young red and green side. Limited selection options, of course, for Terry Anderson, but the players on this pitch would not be here if they weren't good enough, and these youngsters have certainly given Terry Anderson some food for thought ahead of the trip to Westfields on Saturday. Decory. Here's Jones. Two players who have scored twice individually today, looking to find Ronnie Hendricks with a pass cut out. They have another bite of the cherry though. Here's Liam Kennedy down the right. Thought about the cross, thinks better of it. Plays it short to Gift Musa. He's past O'Connor. Still going Musa. It's Musa for goal number 8. Pulls it back for Decory. And Jones misses a golden chance to take the match ball home. First time strike from Jones. It was difficult to hit a precise shot at goal. It was a left-footed strike from the teenager who's had a pretty impressive debut for the Red and Greens, but he couldn't quite find goal number 3 there. Goal get brought down by Stapleton Williams. Here's the captain, Dunleavy, who's barely been involved in this second half. Malik rolls off the boot of O'Neill, and that just sums up Bolehall's second half. The frustration of O'Neill's face, just shake of the head. The Bolehall can be proud of themselves tonight. They are bottom of Division 2. Not many people would have expected them to come here and beat a side that are still realistically in with a chance of winning the Midland Football League Premier Division title. So Bolehall have given it a good go. They've got nothing to be ashamed about. Brendan Bunn sprints away, lofts it over Warren Decory. If there's anyone who can master long passes, it's Bunn, but Decory again caught by the offside trap. Malik from the free kick. Dunleavy. Malik again just inside Bolehall territory, sprints over the halfway line. Prescott looks for Stapleton Williams, cut out, but United can't clear their lines. It's a second chance to find a second goal, but Payne is dispossessed by Brendan Bunn. Hendricks dances his way past the defender, Ronnie Hendricks all the way to the net. He's got Emmanuel Kofi-Gundad in there. The slow challenge from Wilson caught Hendricks, but he caught the ball too. Bolehall not laying down and rolling over for their Premier Division opposition. Barnett back to Brad Caswell, who thumps that one away. Just around the midfield, Malik looks for O'Neill. Side foots it past Johan Samas. Sableton Williams skips past Downs. Aaron O'Neill. The ball is shepherded into touch by Gif Musa for a Coventry United goal kick. 5 minutes to go. It's now time to name our Coventry United TV man of the match. Now this is a difficult one because you've got to say every player on that pitch has done a superlative job for Coventry United. Honestly, it's so hard to pick between them, as Hendricks could make it 8. He does make it 8. He deserves that goal, Ronnie Hendricks. It would have been cruel for the former Sky Blues attacker to lead the Butts Park Arena without a goal to his name. A thoroughly deserved 8th for the Red and Greens, and Ronnie Hendricks, I believe that is the first goal that he's scored for the Red and Greens since his move from Warwick. It's a night of firsts here at the Butts Park Arena, and it's a night that has been painted red and green. Coventry United 8, Bolehall Swifts 1. Goal for the Red and Greens, scored by number 7, Ronnie Hendricks. And the fans saying, we want 9. They've already got 8, the greedy beggars. Free kick given against Warren Decory, with a little bit of pushing in the back of Louis O'Connor. We still haven't named our man of the match. So I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about who to give the man of the match to. I haven't got a clue. Everyone's been so good tonight. Can't we give it to all of them? Luke Downs lobs it out of play for the corner. Right, now, I've got to name a man of the match before this corner's taken. It's so difficult. I don't think I've never had this difficulty choosing a man of the match. See, either I've gone clinically insane or everyone's been brilliant. To be honest with you, I think it's a little bit of both. But, sod it. I tell you what, I'm going to give it to... I'll tell you what, he's had a brilliant debut. He's scored twice. It's got to be Luke Jones. So we're going to give it to Coventry United's number 10, Luke Jones. But honestly, any one of those 11 men on that pitch could have got it, because they have been incredible, unstoppable tonight. And unfortunately, we haven't got a photo of Luke, so we're not going to be able to put it on the graphic. Jeff, I told you you should have took your camera today. As a free kick is given against Coventry United on the edge of their own penalty area. Warren Decory again, the culprit. It hasn't really been a very aggressive match, especially in the second half, as United basically affirmed their dominance. Louis O'Connor can send the Bolehall fans home with something to smile about. With a free kick from this sort of range, it would be a special effort to find the back of the net. May have to take some inspiration from Maz Scorner, who scored a wonderful free kick yesterday in the Coventry United Ladies 4-0 win at Watford. And from this sort of range, if O'Connor hits the back of the net, he will rival it. Oh, and it was so close, it bounces off the woodwork. A fair old crack at it from Louis O'Connor. The Bolehall fans would have been talking about that one for a fair old while if that had been just a couple of centimetres lower. Bunn. Lofted it to the left, one in the air by Aaron O'Neill. Payne, Sableton Williams held off by a combination of Bunn and Downs. Decory looking for Emmanuel Kofi Gundad, and Gundad wasn't going to reach that one. I don't think Usain Bolt was catching that one. With 30 seconds to go, it doesn't look like we're going to get a hat-trick today, but hats off to Luke Jones, Warren Decory and Emmanuel Kofi Gundad for scoring twice apiece at this evening's match. And of course the other 2 goal scorers too, Liam Kennedy and Ronnie Hendricks, We will be talking to Terry Hansen at the final whistle, and I dare say he will be a smiling Scouser after today's match. The final whistle blows. Coventry United with a comprehensive 8-1 victory in the MFL Cup over Bolehall Swifts. Bolehall can hold their heads high. They put in a spirited display and gave a good account of themselves this evening at the Butts Park Arena, but a youthful red and green side have inspired the red and green army this evening. Some of these youngsters are sure to be mainstays in the first team in the future, but for tonight they've done their part when called upon. The final score at the Butts Park Arena: Coventry United 8, Bolehall Swifts 1.